Should menstrual leave be a paid right for women? A thought-provoking question that has stirred up debates worldwide. The subject of our discussion today is a delicate one, yet of immense importance: the dilemmas surrounding paid menstrual leave. This discourse isn't new, but it has gained momentum in recent years as societies globally strive to build more inclusive and equitable workspaces. On one side of the debate, we have proponents who argue that paid menstrual leave is a matter of basic human rights, acknowledging the physical discomfort that women may experience during their menstrual cycle. On the flip side, there are those who caution against it, stating that such a policy could inadvertently reinforce gender stereotypes and widen the gender equality gap. They fear it might lead to discrimination in hiring practices or even stigmatize women in the workplace. As we delve into this multifaceted issue, we'll explore various perspectives: the potential implications on gender equality, the state of workplace conditions, and how societal norms interact with these elements. As we dive into this intriguing topic, remember, it's not just about menstrual leave, but also about gender equality, workplace conditions, and societal norms. Let's first look at the arguments in favor of paid menstrual leave. The proponents of paid menstrual leave argue that it is not just a matter of gender equality, but a fundamental issue of health and wellness. Menstruation is a biological process that, for many women and people who menstruate, comes with a range of physical discomforts and pain. From cramps and headaches to fatigue and nausea, these symptoms can significantly affect an individual's ability to concentrate, perform, and be productive at work. For some, these symptoms are so severe that they're classified under a condition known as dysmenorrhea, which can be debilitating. By providing paid menstrual leave, employers acknowledge these physiological challenges and offer individuals the time needed to take care of their health without the fear of losing income or facing workplace stigma. Moreover, paid menstrual leave isn't a new or radical idea. Some countries have already set precedents. Japan, for instance, has had a menstrual leave policy in place since the late 1940s. More recently, Indonesia and South Korea have implemented similar policies. These countries see menstrual leave as a right, not a privilege, recognizing the unique biological challenges that people who menstruate face. But it's not just about providing a day off. Advocates argue that paid menstrual leave can also foster a more inclusive and understanding work environment. It can help break down the silence and stigma surrounding menstruation, encouraging open discussions and greater understanding among co-workers and supervisors. In essence, the push for paid menstrual leave is about acknowledging and addressing the unique biological needs and challenges faced by people who menstruate. It's about promoting health, encouraging empathy, and fostering an inclusive work culture where everyone's needs are recognized and respected. Clearly, the advocates for menstrual leave believe it's a matter of acknowledging women's unique biological needs and challenges. On the other side of the coin, there are those who argue against paid menstrual leave. They voice concerns that, while well-intentioned, such a policy may inadvertently exacerbate gender disparities. For instance, employers might become more hesitant to hire women, fearing the perceived instability or additional costs associated with paid menstrual leave. This could create a bias against women in the workforce, potentially pushing the needle back on years of progress in gender equality. Critics also raise the possibility of misuse. Like any policy, paid menstrual leave is not immune to exploitation. There's a worry that it could be used as an excuse for absence, rather than as a necessary reprieve for those dealing with severe menstrual symptoms. This misuse could then undermine the legitimacy of the policy and lead to resentment among the workforce. Another important concern is the risk of stigmatizing women. By highlighting menstruation as a cause for leave, we might inadvertently reinforce the notion that women are less capable or reliable during their menstrual cycle. This could lead to harmful stereotypes and discrimination, further marginalizing women in the workplace. Implementation of such policies also raises questions about individual privacy and dignity. Menstruation is a deeply personal matter. Mandating disclosure for the purpose of leave might force women to share more about their personal health than they're comfortable with. It's a delicate balance between providing support and maintaining privacy, one that we must tread carefully. Finally, critics argue that menstrual leave policies may not be the most effective solution to the challenges faced by menstruating individuals. Instead, They suggest focusing on improving working conditions and addressing the unequal distribution of unpaid care responsibilities, which often fall disproportionately on women. Opponents worry that paid menstrual leave might inadvertently lead to more gender inequality, not less. It's a complex issue, with valid arguments on both sides. The challenge lies in finding a solution that respects individual experiences, promotes gender equality, and doesn't compromise privacy or dignity. So, where does this leave us? Is there a middle ground? Indeed, there is, and it lies in the harmonization of the needs and concerns of both sides. A balanced perspective would involve addressing the need for menstrual leave while minimizing the potential unintended consequences. Firstly, we need to consider flexible working conditions. This could mean allowing those who menstruate to work from home during their period or adjusting their work schedules to accommodate their needs. This provides a level of comfort and convenience without necessarily singling out menstruating employees. Secondly, better healthcare provisions could be a game changer. This could include access to menstrual health products in the workplace or even medical support for those who suffer from severe menstrual symptoms. This not only addresses the physical discomfort but also promotes a healthier work environment. Lastly, we must foster a more open dialogue about menstruation in society. Menstruation is a natural biological process, not a taboo subject. By normalizing the conversation around it, we can reduce the stigma associated with menstrual leave and encourage a more understanding and empathetic approach. In essence, the solution lies not in segregating menstruating individuals, but in creating a supportive and accommodating environment for everyone. It's about understanding that menstruation, like many other human experiences, varies greatly from person to person. Our policies and attitudes need to reflect this diversity. A nuanced approach that respects individual experiences and promotes gender equality could be the key. In conclusion, the debate on paid menstrual leave is complex and multifaceted. We've explored the pros, such as acknowledging biological differences and promoting health, and the cons, including potential gender discrimination and privacy concerns. We also considered a balanced approach, one that respects individual experiences and promotes nuanced policies. As we continue to strive for gender equality, it's crucial to keep the conversation going. Because change, after all, begins with a conversation.